So guys, how's it going? I hope you're well. So you will have probably seen my top 10 favourite movies of 2021 in a previous video. Now we're moving on to the not so good movies of 2021. So let's get the show on the road, let's roll the credits, and we'll have a discussion about it. Rock until you drop, dance until your heart stops, rock until you drop. Alright everyone, Geordie Paul here. Welcome back to another video in 2022. This is my third video of the year and I hope it finds you all well. It started snowing here in Darlington today. So the kids, or my kids for that matter, will probably be loving that, the fact they're at school and can't play out in it. But yes, regardless of that, welcome back to Magpie Movies. I am Geordie Paul, your host and the owner of this YouTube channel. So thanks for joining me. Excuse me, get that out of the way. Yes, so today we're going to go through the worst or most disappointing films in my eyes that came out in 2021. So I have a list, which again, I've been writing down here, because it's quite a few. I haven't seen loads of films. The majority of films I've seen this year are all the new ones, which I enjoyed, which were my previous top 10 favourite films, or the kind of older ones which I haven't seen, or films that I wanted to rewatch. But in between all that, through the space of the year, there are some films I've watched in 2021 which just aren't that good. So with regards to this, these aren't films which are, not all these films I should say, not all the films in the list are films which are terrible. They're just films that I was disappointed with, if that makes sense. So some could be crap, some could be rubbish, but some could be, oh, I wanted to expect that more. I enjoyed it, but I wanted a lot more from it. So that's kind of why I'm looking at it here. And I'll obviously detail that as we get into the list. So before we continue, I haven't said this for a while. If you're new to the channel, and I'm hoping to hit 700 subscribers soon, don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell. So whenever I do a new video in the brand new year of 2022, you guys will be the first to know. So with that being said, here we go. I found 9 films. This is my top 9 worst or most disappointing films of 2021. Coming in at 9th place in the disappointing films of 2021 is the Netflix straight to streaming services movie Red Notice, starring Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, Gal Gadot, or Gal Gadot, whatever you want to pronounce it, and Ryan Reynolds. Yeah. How can I say this? Other than Jungle Cruise, does The Rock actually do any really good films? And I think the answer to that is no, because Red Notice was your run-of-the-mill Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool kind of character, Wade Wilson, crap comedy. Yeah, I sat and I went through all of it, and it just... Was it entertaining? Yeah. Was it funny? No, not really. I mean, Ryan Reynolds is doing his best, and I love Ryan Reynolds. He's great. He's really funny. But yeah, this film was just rubbish. It's a one-off watch, something to sit down and watch and get. It's just rubbish. Let's be honest. If you've watched this, you enjoyed it, great. I thought it was all right, and it was just crap. So yes, in at 9th place is Red Notice. Coming straight in at number 8 is a new entry, Endangered Species. Yes. It's a film and trailer. I thought this looks quite interesting, where a couple and a family go in the outback, not the outback, in Africa or wherever it may be, and they go into a nature reserve, which is obviously open, and their car breaks down and they get attacked by animals, and then they get attacked by poachers, and then they've got to escape, and this, that, and the other. It's got Rebecca Romaine in it. The guy who was in Piranha 3D, which I forgot his name, Jerry O'Connell, I think it is. But yeah, it wasn't very good. To be honest, looking at the poster, looking at the synopsis, it had a good film in there, but this wasn't it, and this film was rubbish. So yeah, so avoid Endangered Species. Coming straight in again at number 7 is Thunder Force. Yes, another straight to Netflix streaming film with 2 people who aren't even funny. Yes, the last out of Ghostbusters and the last out of Ma. Yeah, Thunder Force. Jesus, the only good thing about it is probably Jason Bateman as the crab. And that's it. The film is a disaster. I didn't even finish it. I think I watched about an hour of it, gave in, gave up, and thought, I am not watching this big pile of turd. So yes, at number 7 is Thunder Force. Please avoid that film. At number 6 is a film that, I'll be honest with you, I thought would interest my other half, the wife. I thought, you know what, I'll let her watch this. We'll watch this together. We'll have a film evening, which doesn't happen very often in my house, I'll tell you that. It's normally a case of me upstairs watching TV on my own, and she watches Corrie and Call the Midwife and all that jazz. So yeah, so we sat down and we watched Spencer. Yes, the thing, or movie should say, about Princess Diana with Kirsten Stewart in it. We watched 25 minutes, I think, of it. And I said to the wife, this isn't doing anything for me. And she went, no, this is not very good, is it? And I went, no. So we turned it off. So we've only watched 25 minutes of Spencer. And at this moment in time, I have no inkling or want to go back to finish the film off. So I can't really tell much about it other than open 25 minutes, where Kristen Stewart did kind of get down to a T. Fair play to that, but just the way that it was filmed, flashbacks and hallucinations she was having, something, we were like, no, not watching that. So yeah, in at number 6 is Spencer. Yeah, couldn't get it. Sorry. Number 5 on the worst films, and this is a worst film, and this is Home Sweet Home Alone. Another film I thought would put on over the Christmas period. The kind of reboot of the franchise. It's not a remake. I thought I'd put on for the kids to watch. The wife enjoyed Home Alone. I'm not the biggest of fans of Home Alone myself. I did obviously go to see it, not obviously, but I went to see that and I went to see the first and the second film at the cinema, because obviously I'm at the age where it came out at the cinema, and I was old enough, not old enough, but I was of the age when it came out to go to the cinema, as opposed to any reissues, etc. I don't get the whole Home Alone thing. It's all right, but it's not, I wouldn't say, any favourite movies. I don't even own it. Well, no, that's a lie. I do. I own the digital copy, but I would never own the physical copy. But anyway, yes, so we started watching Home Sweet Home Alone. And again, after about half an hour, me and the kids went, come up with something else on, Daddy. And I was like, yeah, if you want. And then we haven't revisited it. And it was, to be honest, awful. Overacting. It was terrible. So yes, Home Sweet Home Alone, big pile of crap. Avoid that one as well. In at number 4 is John David Washington, and again, straight to Netflix streaming, Beckett. Yeah, I had high hopes for this. It looked really good. The trailer made it look really good. Sat down and watched it, and it was boring. Nothing really happened. And that was it. I can't really go anything more about that, because I just want to get this list out of the way, because they're all pretty rubbish. So yeah, so Beckett, give it a shot. I didn't like it. I was disappointed. It's very much the case of some of these films where the trailer looks really good, then you watch the film and they're just rubbish. So yes, Beckett, not for me. Number 3, on the back of the fact that I put Spencer on this list, I'm also going to put Finch on the list. Yes, the Apple TV Plus straight to streaming again services with Tom Hanks. Nothing happened in this movie. You know, he's there, it's a deserted wasteland or something like that, and he's got to go from A to B, builds a robot, and that's it. I love Tom Hanks, and I'd hate to put him as an actor in here in this list, but Finch was just, it was boring. Nothing happened. I know there's a big, you know, a lot of people like this film, but for me, it just wasn't happening. I'm sorry. So yeah, so in at number 3, Finch, the film that nothing happens in. In second place is The Matrix Resurrections. Yes, the kind of reboot of the franchise from one of the Wachowski sisters now, but they were brothers at the time. Lana, I think it is. Keanu Reeves is back. Carrie-Anne Moss is back. We've got a Mr. Smith in a different kind of look, with the guy who is from Mindhunter and does the voice from the characters out of Frozen. Watch this, and at the end of the film, I was like, there's no need to have even made this film. This film's pointless. And the post-credit scenes about cat memes, really? Jesus Christ. This film is pants. Keanu Reeves, I don't even know why he'd want to do it, but he obviously did. Carrie-Anne Moss came back. I don't know why they didn't look at the script and go, a video game? You what? What? How much? So yeah, Matrix Resurrections, number 2, a film that didn't really need to be made. It was pointless and is rubbish. So there you go. And so we find ourselves at the number 1 spot. We've gone from 9 to 2. And my most disappointing film of the year, and the film that I think is completely rubbish and crap, is The Green Knight. Yes, a lot of people's film of the year, even Empire Magazine or Total Film Magazine or big critics, really like this film. It's another stinking pile of A24 rubbish. It's all, to me, about the cinematography, the way the picture looks, as opposed to the actual film itself. yeah, it's along the lines of The Witch. It's along the lines of The Lighthouse. I love the kind of genre that it's in, with the medieval and the King Arthur and the historical aspect of it. Because as with historical movies, I read them up on Wikipedia first to see what they're about, because this is technically kind of a true story, although it could be an Arthurian legend. But yeah, the acting's great in it, but I just didn't like it. Again, it dragged. It was so slow. The only thing I'd probably give credit for is if I'd even bought this, but I'm not going to, but if I purchased this in 4K or watched it with HDR or Dolby Vision or what it might come up with, it would look really good. I mean, I haven't read any reviews for the 4K transfer of it or the Blu-ray transfer of it, because I'm not interested in the film. This film was boring. It was an art house shit film. Yes, apologies for swearing, but yeah, I just did not like this film. People like it, but for me, A24 have only done 2 good films, and that's Hereditary and Midsommar. I am looking forward to The Tragedy of Macbeth with Denzel Washington, but the early reviews have come out saying that's a bit rubbish as well. So I think The Green Knight is for a very much interested in A24 kind of audience. It's more of probably, I wouldn't say, I'm not that I'm not a thinking man, but I think it's a thinking man's film. So some people will go there and go, oh, I love the way they do that. Look at that. That's such great cinematography. That's a load of balls. There was one scene in it where the main character is sitting in a field and the camera pans all the way around 180 degrees. Well, there you go. There's 5 minutes of my life I didn't get back. Christ, absolutely woeful. So there you go. In at number 1, my worst film and most disappointing film, because I'll be honest, I did look forward to it from the trailer. It did look good, is The Green Knight. There you go. And that is it. That is my review of the year done. My top 10's done. Of the good films, my worst top 9 here is done. I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, leave a comment below. I'm sure I'll probably get some stick with regard to having Spencer and The Green Knight and probably even Finch in there. But thanks anyway for sticking to the end. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, don't forget to please like, share and subscribe to the channel. Your support is awesome. I love you all. And I look forward to seeing you all on my next video. So this is Geordie Paul, last surviving member of Magpie Movies, signing off. And I'll see you soon.